Hey YouTube, welcome to another video from Colorado Prepper. This is a Bible study video. Specifically, I'm going to cover Doomsday prepping as it's found in the Bible. I've been an avid Bible reader for going back decades. For a number of years, I couldn't tolerate to read anything but the Bible. Whenever I'm locked in a hospital, I'm one to go to a lot of mental hospitals, and the first thing I do is request a Bible. They give me a Gideon's Bible. Gideon's is happy to donate Bibles to the hospitals and hotels and things like that. And the Gideon's Bible is a decent translation. I like it. In any case, I'm only going to cover Doomsday prepping in the New Testament. The reason being, there's just not very much at all in the Old Testament. The New Testament is chock full of Doomsday prepping, but the Old Testament not really so much. Any case, let's get into it. The first verse I'm going to cover is Luke 22:35. He said to them, Jesus said to them, he said to them, "When I sent you out without a purse, bag, or sandals, did you lack anything?" These are the disciples speaking. They said, "No, not a thing." He said to them, "But now the one who has a purse must take it, and likewise a bag, and the one who has no sword must sell his cloak and buy one. For I tell you, this scripture must be fulfilled in me." And he was counted among the lawless. And indeed what is written about me is being fulfilled. They said, "Lord, look, here are 2 swords." He replied, "It is enough." So he's saying, get yourself a bug-out bag and arm yourself with swords. It's very, very clear what that means. Get yourself a bug-out bag and arm yourselves with swords. He also said it is enough. You don't need a sawed-off shotgun and a rifle and a handgun and 50 rounds of ammunition. Just one handgun should be enough. He adds that it is enough. So, in any case, let's go to the next verse, which is Mark 13:32. 13:32. This is Jesus speaking again. "But about that day or hour no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Beware, keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come. It is like a man going on a journey, when he leaves home and puts his slaves in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to be on the watch. Therefore keep awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or at cockcrow, or at dawn, or else he may find you asleep when he comes suddenly. And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake." So he's saying, be ready, which is another way of saying be prepared. Basically saying, prep, be ready, be prepared, and prep. Let's go to the next verse, which is Matthew 25. Matthew 25, start at verse 1. "Then the kingdom of heaven will be like this. 10 bridesmaids took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. When the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, all of them became drowsy and slept. But at midnight there was a shout, 'Look, here's the bridegroom. Come out to meet him.' Then all those bridesmaids got up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish said to the wise, 'Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out.' But the wise replied, 'No, there will not be enough for you and for us. You had better go to the dealers and buy some for yourselves.' And when they went to buy it, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went with him into the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later the other bridesmaids came also, saying, 'Lord, Lord, open to us.' But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I do not know you. Keep awake, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour." So they stocked up. They stocked up on oil for their lamps. Another way of saying, stock up, hoard supplies, things like that. Another thing I'd point out about this verse is they say that Jesus predicted the end would come very, very soon. Jesus predicted the end would come very, very soon in his own time, which is what they say. It says in the book of Revelation it would happen very, very soon. Well, that was written thousands of years ago. But the other thing I'd point out about this verse, it says the bridegroom was delayed. It was supposed to happen a long time ago, but the bridegroom was delayed. In any case, this is a verse telling you to stock up, to lay aside preps, to stock up on supplies, things like that. The wise bridesmaids had extra flasks of oil. Now let's go to Matthew 24:15. This is Jesus speaking again. "So when you see the desolating sacrilege standing in the holy place, as was spoken of by the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then those in Judea must flee to the mountains. The one in the housetop must not go down to take what is in the house. The one in the field must not turn back to get a coat. Woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing infants in those days. Pray that your flight may not be in winter or on a Sabbath. For at that time there will be great suffering, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now, no, and never will be. And if those days had not been cut short, no one would be saved. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short." So he's talking about bugging out, hitting the hills, going into the mountains, like I plan on going when it hits the fan. He's talking about bugging out. You got to keep your preps, your bug out bag nearby. You don't even have a chance to go back in the house and retrieve it. I don't honestly think it's that literal. I think maybe we have enough time to go grab a coat. In any case, he's talking about bugging out, hitting the hills. So let's move on. Next verse is Mark 13, chapter 13, verse 7. Now this is SHTF. SHTF in the book of Mark. Just to put it in context, that's what he's talking about, SHTF. And there's SHTF all over the New Testament. 13:7. "When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. This must take place, but the end is still to come. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places. There will be famines. This is but the beginning of the birth pangs." Basically, the world is going to hell in a handbasket quick. You got to get out of Dodge. It is SHTF. Now the last verse I'll read comes from Revelation. There's SHTF all over the book of Revelation, and this would be a very long video if I covered all the SHTF in the book of Revelation. It would be far too long. I'm just going to cover a little bit of it. Like I said, there's SHTF all over the book of Revelation. But I'm just going to read from Revelation 8, verse 7. Starting at Revelation 8, verse 7. The first angel blew his trumpet, and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, and they were hurled to the earth. And a third of the earth was burned up, and a third of the trees were burned up. And all green grass was burned up. The second angel blew his trumpet, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea. A third of the sea became blood, a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. The third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, blazing like a torch, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many died from the water, because it was made bitter. The fourth angel blew his trumpet, and a third of the sun was struck, and a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of their light was darkened. A third of the day was kept from shining, and likewise the night. Then I looked, and I heard an eagle crying with a loud voice as it flew in mid-heaven, "Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, at the blast of the other trumpets that the three angels are about to blow." That's just a small sample of the SHTF found in the book of Revelation. This would be far too long of a video to cover it all. Okay, so that much being said, those are all the verses I wish to cover. That being said, I want to state that I do believe we are in the end times right now. That's my firm belief. I think that things are coming about like the Bible predicted a long time ago. I do believe these are the end times. That being said, got nothing else to add. Peace out.